Okay, so right now I'm gonna go ahead and start warming up. I start with that big step, side to side. I'm going side to side. Good, okay, so now I like to start up top, loosen up around the neck, loosen up around the shoulders. I go big circles back and down. Good breathing. Excellent job. So Kaiser sends out like the weekly email on your pregnancy. And today I get the email. Abs tight, we're gonna go ahead and do a reach up. And the baby, it says, baby, the size of an iceberg lettuce, you know, weighs over 2 pounds, all that stuff. But then it had like a really funny thing in there. The baby can now see. And I guess you could put like a flashlight against your stomach and the baby could like kick towards it. But it kind of just feels like ways of pranking your baby from inside you, which is like kind of like a weird thing. Like how you can mess with your baby from inside you. Trick it out with some light movement, some strobe, and see what happens. So, you know, I'm totally gonna try it. I won't strobe it though. Here we go. So right now I'm gonna go ahead and keep the legs wide and I'm gonna go over, over. Good. And breathe. Excellent. Okay, so when I do this one, I've mentioned it before, you are not going in front of the body. It's not in front. It is over. You want to get this long line, straight line down from the arm to the leg. And you're going to feel it in the shoulders, rib cage, all the way to the hip. Get that stretch. Good breathing. Keeping that up. And one more, one more. Tighten up in your abs and pop the knee up. Good. So I'm loosening up my hip flexors. There has to be a little bit of a tightness in the core just because it automatically then will tighten up the back to protect the back in case you have a little lean. Continue to breathe. Excellent job. Okay, so now my chest stays up, my feet are hip width apart, and I'm going into my squat. Squatting it out. This is warming up the legs, yes. And then I also, on that dip, I feel it stretching through the backside, in the glutes, in the back. I want to have good form in my squat. My feet are about hip width apart. My toes are pointing forward. When I'm in the low phase, I want to transfer the weight down through the heels into the ground and then pull that body back up. I don't ever want the knees collapsing in or going wide. They stay with the line of the toe pointing forward. Also too, let's talk about chest. I don't want the chest down on a squat. And what I mean by that would be, see how like the chest would be pointing down on that squat? That takes way too much in the low back. And we want it to be about the glutes and the quads. Awesome, we talked about that enough. Let's go ahead and move into a modified or regular jumping jack. Here we go. Jumping jacks for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3.
I need to ask Daddy. I don't know that stuff.
1. Sorry. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to go ahead and move to kicking back and pulling the arms back. Excellent job. So when I kick back and I pull the arms back, I'm stretching out the quad, warming up the hamstring, stretching out the chest, warming up the back. Here we go. Good. Good breathing. Abs tight. Keep that movement. Give me 4, 3, 2, and 1. Abs tight. Reach. Reach. And good. Keep that going. Good. Excellent. So I'm doing my big reach across that body. Looking good. Fantastic. Now I'm going to tighten up in my core and I go to a kick out. Now with my kick out, Again, abs are tight. I'm starting to loosen up the back side of the leg, back side of the leg. Good. So elongating through the hamstring. Keep that up, keep that going. Excellent job. Cool. Okay, so my feet are now hip width apart. I am going to squat down and then pop up on my toes. Squat and pop. When I come up onto the top of my toes, I want to get that stretch through the ankle, strengthen through the calf. Start engaging the muscles there. Start moving out that joint. Excellent job. And last one. And cool. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and move to modify or regular jumping jack. Breathe. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Cool. I'm going hip flexors and I'm going for range of motion. So I want to go ahead, hands out wherever you need for balance. Lift that leg, circle it out, and good breathing. Keeping that up. I'm going to do one more, and then I'm kind of doing the reverse, where I start wide and draw it in. Start wide and draw it in. And one more. Cool. Abs tight. Swing kick. You can bring that leg up high. Yes, you could have the hands out as a marker. You could have it actually touch if you would like. It's up to you. Swing those kicks side to side. Get that stretch. My hands are more so out for balance. Used to be able to touch them, not right now. Good. Awesome. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and put my hands on my hips and they're drawing a circle. The hips are drawing a circle and that's gonna loosen up the low back. So go ahead and breathe with me. Circle it out. Move out that low back. Continue to breathe. Good. Go ahead and switch directions. Excellent job. Okay, so now I'm going to do a couple stagger stretches. I'm going to stretch out the back of the leg, the hamstring, and the calf. So my supportive leg has a little bend. My hands can go there. Straight leg, pop toe, reach down. You can even reach down. You can put your hands on your thighs, whatever feels best, and breathe. Slowly up, switch the legs up. Straight leg, pop toe, reach on down and breathe. And great, slowly come up, back leg, back hip flexor. We're going for the stretch. Take a step forward, drive the knee forward, push that hip flexor forward a bit. Now the leg that's back, you can, if you'd like, lift the arm and do like a little bit of a pull back. And we'll get that stretch up through the abdomen and the hip flexor and we breathe. And good, I'm gonna go ahead, switch up the legs. Take a step forward, drive the hip flexor forward. I moved too quickly, okay. For those of you guys who have been pregnant, you understand when you move quickly, sometimes you get that like round ligament pain. That's not a fun one. There we go. And great. Okay, so now if you want, this is a big if you're not too sore today, if you need a challenge, you can use the leg band. Now this is gonna really make it next level. because this exercise, everything we're gonna do is gonna be completely challenging enough without using a band. But if you wanna try it, I'm gonna use the light band, okay? So I'm gonna use the light band for a bit and see how far I can go with the light band, okay? So again, if you want band for legs, I also have my dumbbells nearby and I have my mat, water as well, okay? So if you need to grab anything, go ahead and grab it. I'm gonna go ahead and get ready now. I put the band around mid-thigh. And again, you don't need the band. You're gonna be just fine without it. So going band, mid-thigh. I'm gonna show you guys side view. You're gonna need a few steps forward, a few steps back. So make sure you got a clear track of about, I don't know, probably like 3 steps actually forward. Okay, so I'm gonna go side view for you. And what's gonna happen here is I'm gonna come down into a squat. I'm gonna come down into a squat. Then you're gonna start with your right leg. Get ready, right leg. You're gonna go right leg lunge, left leg lunge, bring the legs hip width apart together, and then you have options. You could do 2 big jumps back, or you can go ahead and move to doing quick feet back to where you started, okay? So let's go ahead and do right leg again. Let's go ahead. Right leg lunge, left leg lunge, together, back 1, 2, lunge, lunge, together, back 1, 2, lunge, lunge, together, 1, 2, lunge, lunge, together, 1, 2, lunge, lunge, together. Keep that going, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead, I start with my lunges. Make sure you're breathing. I'm staying pretty low with the band. Oh my goodness, it's hard. Lunge, lunge, together. I do 2 big jumps back. My jumps aren't that great though, so I kind of have to step back to where I started. Okay, so I'm doing my back jumps. Woo! And again, I have to do a little step back just to get back where I started. Continue doing the best you can. Okay, let's do one more after this, okay? Get ready? Lunge, lunge, together, back. Awesome. Whew. Okay. I'm gonna go to a single leg deadlift. I am gonna use dumbbells. I'm gonna put them in my hand, but I'm gonna talk. Because even with the band, even without the band, it's pretty challenging. So we're gonna need modifications. So again, it's gonna look like this with dumbbells in my hand. You don't have to use a band. And your modification for this one can either be knees a little bent, but for the most part, legs are pretty straight, but a little bit of soft knees, and then no bend in the back. And you can do 2 legs down on the deadlift, or you could just simply do a lunge, okay? Up to you. Those are your modifications. So I am gonna do single leg deadlift. You can do 2 leg deadlift or lunge to modify. I'm gonna have you stay with your right leg as the focus if you are doing single. And we're gonna go ahead and go reach down, come back up. When I come up, I wanna make sure I always come up all the way back to neutral. Good breathing, lots of balance. Excellent job. So it's pretty challenging with the band because we are trying to maintain balance, yes, and we have to kick that leg back and bring it almost even with the torso. So as our torso tips at the hip, the leg evens it out. It tries to reach almost the same height up. Continue to breathe, continue to breathe. I'm gonna do 5 more. And in 5. Excellent. 4. 3. 2. And 1 more. And 1. Great. I'm going to set my dumbbells out of the way. I'm not going to trip on them. And I'm going to come down into a squat. Again, you don't have to use the band. I'm going to go step away. and I'm doing a side lunge. Watch how the knee is over the foot. What I don't want to see is the knee popping in. The knee needs to stay wide over the foot. So keep the chest up. You have this leg that's straight. This knee is over the foot, and we're going side lunge. And again, you don't have to use the band. Side lunge, pushing out with your right leg. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Make sure there's nothing to trip on. I'm going to go back to my starting point. I get down into my squat. Now, left leg is going to lead in the lunging forward. And again, you're probably going front to back. You just need a little bit of space. Let's go. Front, lunge, lunge. Legs together. You can go quick feet back, or you can do jumps. Get ready again. Lunge, lunge. Together. I'm going to go jump, jump. And because my jumps aren't that great, I'm going to take a step back as well. Lunge, lunge. Together. Jump, jump, small step. Lunge, lunge. Do you notice with my lunges how I'm not getting really high? I'm staying pretty low, okay? So do what you can do. You're probably able to jump farther than me back. You won't have to take that little step at the end. Do what you can do, breathe through. Nice and challenging. Filling it all over. Getting a bit of cardio with those jumps. Feeling those hamstrings. Feeling the glutes. Feeling the quads. Great. Full leg workout. Lunge, lunge. Together. Jump it, small step. Lunge, lunge. Together. Jump it, small step. Lunge, lunge. Together. Whew. So I'm gonna go last one right here. Lunge it. Bring it together. Good job. Okay, I pick up my dumbbells again. You have options. You don't have to use dumbbells. You could do deadlift with 2 legs down. You could do lunges. You don't have to use a band. All of these are your options, okay? So now my left leg is planted. The right leg will lift. And I'm gonna go ahead and tip at the hip. No bend in the back. Got it? Let's go. 10. Good breathing. 9. Make sure you're breathing. 8. And again, a normal deadlift works. 7. 6. I'm trying to take it up slow. Once in a while, I need to correct balance, and it's not as great. 5. 4. Feeling that hamstring, feeling that glute, feeling that low back. 3. All the way back to neutral. 2. And last one. And now you probably understand why I chose the light band today. It is rough. I'm gonna go ahead and stick my weights out of the way, nothing to trip on. And now that left leg is moving away. I'm going for my side lunge. Chest stays up. When I step out wide, I wanna keep that knee and foot in alignment, okay? So if you draw a line straight down from the knee, it should be about your heel. Got it? Cool. Keep that up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. My hands are just here for balance. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. Okay, so I am done with the band. I'm going to release myself from that band. I'm going to grab a sip of water, and then I'm going to come back with my dumbbells in hand. So I'm going to go ahead, grab some water, work the breathing, get your dumbbells when we come back. Excellent job. So we're breathing, yes, we want to make sure that's recovered enough before moving on. My knees are soft, my core is tight, shoulders are back and down, and excellent job. And sometimes you see me kind of do this knee dance, and that's just to make sure my legs aren't locking down, okay? So continue to breathe, we have good posture, again, core tight. We're gonna come up into this like half circle. So what's gonna happen is my arms start to lift wide, like it's going for a lateral raise, and then I arch them in, and they're straight out from my chest. Got it? So you're gonna kind of do this arch. Good, draw that arch with me, let's go. Good, 10, breathe, 9, tight abs. Now to modify this one, things you could do would be less weight, yes, no weight, one weight at a time, which is gonna involve a lot of core, you're gonna have to be really tight with the abs, or less reps, okay? That's how we modify it with the upper body, is either get rid of weights, get rid of reps. One more. And great, cool. I'm gonna bend both knees, tip at the hip, the spine has to be straight, there's no bend. My arms drop, I have gorilla arms, they have a bend. Open wide, drop, open wide, drop. Now, I've said this to you guys before, on the drop, it's really important we don't let just gravity let them fall. We wanna kind of bring it down a little bit slower than what gravity would want, okay? So a little bit slower, and in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, coming up, shoulders back and down. Then you just take 2 big diaphragm breaths into the nose, out through the mouth. 1 more big breath. Okay, go back to your normal breathing pattern, please. From here, if you can, we're gonna go hands over head. If not, you will do a bicep curl, okay? So I'm gonna go hands up and back down. Here we go, up, down, 10, 9, 8, 7, good breathing, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back down to the side, palms are up, no bend in the wrist, okay? You can have a little bend in the elbow, but we're gonna try and keep the arms pretty straight. But again, no bend in the wrist. From here, my palms are up, and with my palms up, my pinkies come in for that half circle. And when you bring the pinkies in, you're gonna feel more chest. So really start engaging the pectoral muscles. Flex, squeeze, yes. You're gonna feel bicep, chest, shoulders, and back. Get that archway, let's go. Good job. Keeping it going, good breathing. Let's do 5 more. Good, good, good. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, and last 1. Great. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bend at the knees again. And again, we do not tilt, we tip at the hip, but there's no bend in the back. From here, I'm going to do a double bounce up. So it's kind of like this drop, but then I'm going to pull it back up. Now that's not for everyone. If you can, go ahead and join me. If not, just keep it to the regular rhythm of up, down. 1, 2, drop. So on this, I'm halting against gravity. I push it back up. Really calling on the strength, my shoulders, my back, the back of my arm. Feel it, good job, let's go. Good. Keep that going, good breathing. Excellent job, let's do 5 more. And in 5, good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. Shoulders are back and down. I'm going to stretch out my neck. We'll go hands over head, but I just want to make sure breathing's okay. So I'm doing the 2 big diaphragm breaths. 1 more big breath. And continue your normal breathing pattern. Got that? Okay. Hands are up and guard. You see the back of my hand. My knees are soft. Now I'm gonna rotate and then lift it up. Let's make those rotations really good because we're gonna get a lot out of it. You're gonna get all the angles, front, side, and back of the shoulder. But then we also are gonna get a little bit of chest in there as we pull those elbows in. Okay, so let's go for it. Upper back, shoulders, chest, and 10. Good breathing. 9, 8, 7, good. 6, 5, 4, almost. 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic. My knees are soft, my abs are tight. Now make sure your abs are tight because I don't want you to wiggle side to side to get the dumbbells moving. So again, my knees are soft. There's a little bit more of a bend to it. I'm going into holding it like those, right now, combat ropes. We want to get those arms going, okay? So moving pretty slow right now in a nice circular motion, and feel free to go no weight at all. Set the weight down if this becomes too much. I'm going to pick up the speed in a second, okay? So I'm going to fatigue out the arms, yes. I'm also going to get that heart rate up, okay? Get ready. We're going to pick up the speed for 10. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and man, it's much harder to go slow motion. It's much harder to keep the hips locked up when we go fast. I'm having a harder time engaging my abs these days, but you just need to really draw in and try not to shake the hips, okay? I know mine were shaking a little bit. So I'm going slow. I have those combat ropes, taking them slow, holding my dumbbell like a hammer, keep cycling it. Okay, we have 10 seconds fast. Get ready, let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and I want to tire you out today, so let's go one more round. If you have it in you, go for it. Slow motion to begin. Nice and slow. My arms are tired. I'm pushing for this round. Continue to breathe. Excellent job, excellent job. Keep that going, keep that going. You're doing great. If you have it left in you, are you ready? Let's pick up the pace and go fast. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and grab myself some water, pull out my mat. I'm gonna go ahead and work a little more exclusively in the core for the next few minutes. Water, mat, I'll meet you on the mat. Great. Okay, so I have my mat out, looking good. I'm gonna go ahead and lay down, start on your back if you can. Go ahead, start on your back. Okay, so we have options. The very beginning level of abs, you would just lay down, work on tightening abs and release. I would also set my hands down on my stomach just to kind of feel the muscles. Try tightening for about 3 seconds and release, and continue breathing with that. The next level would be having a crunch in there, where I'm gonna go ahead and I don't wanna move my neck. I wanna drive down by pushing low spine and lift up. And I know I'm not the best example of this anymore, so just listen to what I say, not necessarily what I'm doing. So I'm gonna go ahead and lift that chest by driving down low abdomen and lifting up that chest, and you're probably be getting up higher than me, okay? The next level on this one is going to be having the legs at tabletop, so our low abdomen is engaged, and we go into that. And the next level is ball up tight, draw the knees in, crunch up 2, and then extension out. Got it? Because I can only do a couple of these, so I gotta leave you. You got this. Go for it. And I'm going back to crunches. Keep going, good breathing. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and again, you're balling up tight if you can, extending out. 3, good job. 2, come on. and 1. Great. Okay, so then the next one will be, you have options. You can either do single leg at a time, you can do 2 legs up, you can crunch up with the legs. It's up to you, okay? So here we go. I'm crunching, and what I want to do is I want to reach through and tap. So maybe you're going to touch your head and then get up as high as you can, chest up higher, reach, try to tap your fingers on the other side of your thighs, okay? And if that's too much, you're just going to go ahead and kind of come up for a little crunch. So did you see what I did? I had both legs up. I was crunching up as tight as I can, reaching the arms through and touching. So now I'm going to go back to modified. This is where I'm going to stay. Good job. Good job. If you're doing single leg with me, then it's time to switch the legs up. Continue to breathe. Continue to breathe. Excellent job. It's a lot of do as I say, not as I do as we get into these months. But you guys are smart. We're going to figure it out. 3 more. Reach for it. Tap behind those thighs if you can. And last 1. And good job. Awesome. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and just kind of work a little bit more exclusively lower abs. I'm going to take my hands, and for me, I like to set them underneath low back, high butt. And you are going to extend your legs out, and you're going to try and do these little straight leg kick flutters. Okay, I'm not there anymore. I'm going to go bent leg. I'm going to go 1 down and in, 1 down and in. Feel free to join me, or feel free to do straight leg flutters. Go for it. Let's go. Let's go. Now I'll do like a slow 10 count. Getting ready for 10. Good breathing. 9. Pull those abs in tight. 8. You got this. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And last. Good stuff, good stuff. My legs are down. Excellent job. Flip over, flip over. So I want you to lay down on your stomach. You're going to have your hands off to your side like this, okay? Laying on the stomach. If you can, you're going to have your head down as well, your chin down there, and you're barely be on the mat. And then you're going to go ahead and pop up, lifting that upper body, lifting the lower legs off the ground. And we're going to hold it. And then you're going to come down, relax, relax the whole back, and then pop back up, okay? So you look like a parachuter flying in the sky. You got to hold it. And we're going to hold for 8 seconds. Now, if you have a hard time with balance, you can choose just to do upper body or lower body, or you can choose to do what I'm going to do. I'm going to go all 4 core, and I'm going to lift up right arm, left leg, and hold for 8 seconds. So we're both be on the same 8 count. Get ready, go parachute, up and hold, engage low back, glutes, hamstrings, hold it, abs tight. Hold it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Down. Relax your back. You're laying down. You got to relax your neck too. Getting ready. Pop up. Parachute or hold. Upper arms are bent at the side. Leg is out straight. Both legs are out. Engage the glutes, the low back. You got it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back down. We're going to do it 2 more times. Relax. Take a breath. Get ready. And lift. Make sure you breathe. Squeeze that glute. Squeeze low back. Squeeze your hamstrings. Hold your upper body up. Work that back in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. 1 more time. Getting ready. If you're doing the parachute or Superman one, get ready. Let's go. You're up. Engage those muscles. Feel that back. Holding there for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Okay, good job, good job. I'm just gonna have you stretch out your back. So what you do is move out into child's pose. Just get a nice stretch for the back. Continue to breathe. Great. Excellent job. Okay, at this time, I'm gonna get in a side plank real quick, and then we're moving back to legs. So go ahead and just work on whatever ways means facing me, and the next time you're switch and swivel on your mat and face me the other way, okay? So just keep note of it. So you have options when you do a side plank. If you don't like a side plank, you can lay down and do a side crunch instead. Got it? Okay. So my elbow is down from my shoulder. I'm putting the body weight through the fist, forearm, and the elbow. My body is straight, meaning I don't have this C curve. My body is straight. You could go legs out straight. I'm gonna do one leg bent and one leg straight. This hand is gonna help me today, but you could put your hand up or on your hip to make it more challenging. Are you ready? Let's go. Down and lift. Down and lift. Here we go. Good. For 8, 7, 6. Good breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to hold. Now for you want to make this harder? You put your hand at your ear, come down, rotate, lift it back up. I don't need to make it harder, but you can. So I'm just going to hold. Do that for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Awesome. Coming down. Excellent job. Get a little sip of water if you need it. I'll meet you back up. I am going to use my band again for my legs. Go ahead and grab that band if you are interested. If not, you're fine. We're doing the same series. Lunge, lunge, legs together, jump it on back, or little scoot back. It's up to you. Water if you need it. Make sure your breathing's okay. Recover as long as you need to. Grab your band. If you want to use a band, you do not have to use the band. If you're using the band, it's going to go above the knees a few inches. I'm going to start off in my squat. I'm going to start off with my right leg or your right leg moving. So I'm going to go ahead and go lunge. Lunge, legs together. Jump it back. Jump it back. Good. Lunge, lunge, together. Good. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Good job. 3. Try to keep it low. I'm not as low as I once was. I'm trying though. 2. Good job, good job. And 1. Good, good, good. Whew. Awesome. Okay, so now I'm going to pick up my weights. I'm going to use my dumbbells for this one. You can do 2 legs down on the deadlift. That's fine. Keep the back straight either way. You can do a lunge instead. I'm going single leg deadlift. Your right leg down. I'll face you guys on this one, so it's a little bit different so you can see the angle. You ready? Set, and here we go. Good. 10. Good breathing. 9. Make sure you come all the way back up to neutral spine. 8. Keep going. I'm going to talk for a minute. You just keep going. I'll count in my head. As I do this, when I'm in the low phase, tipped forward at the hip, the body weight transfers into the heel of the foot, into the ground to pull that body upright. So what's going to happen is I'm tipped forward. I'm getting that stretch. I'm going to strengthen the backside of the leg as I come back up. Stretch and strengthen. It promotes a nice lean look to that muscle. Excellent job. I'm going to do one more. One more. Excellent job. And for the sake of time, I'm going to just go ahead and have you immediately switch. No, we're okay. We're going to be okay. We're just moving forward. I'm going to go ahead and move this dumbbells off to the side. I'm not going to trip on them. Know where they are. Go ahead and use your right leg with me. Step it out. Back in. Step it out. Back in. I'm just going to move fast. But I still want to get it all. Good. Keep that going. Keep that going. Stepping outside lunge. If you don't like it with the band, just set the band down. Do the best you can. 5 more, 5 more. And in 5, get down low. 4, come on. 3, 2, and last. And 1. Cool. Okay, do you know where your dumbbells are? You know where your stuff is. You're not gonna trip on it. We're going back to the traveling one. Just make sure you got nothing to trip on. Okay, so I'm gonna start off in my squat, and the left leg is my lead now. Left leg lunges, right leg lunges, legs together, shuffle back or jump back. Getting ready? Lunge, lunge, together. 10, 9, 8, 7, good breathing. 6, 5, 4, almost. 3, and I'm not staying very low anymore. I should be lower in this lunge. I'm trying to get through. Doing the best I can do today. If you can stay low, that's great. This is your last one. Woo! Cool. Okay, I'm gonna go back to using dumbbells. Remember, you could do 2 legs on that deadlift, you do single leg like me, or you could do a lunge instead. Okay, I'm gonna have you plant your left leg, and I get ready. I'm gonna tip of the hip, and here we go. Tip of that hip, that spine stays straight, all the way back up, neutral spine. Here we go, 10. Breathe. Good breathing. 8. 7. 6. Good breathing, good breathing. And again, remember what I said. We don't want to grip in the toe. Your body weight needs to push down through your heel. So I'm in that low phase. I transfer my body weight through the heel into the floor. Try to be light in your toes, meaning just don't grip them and curl them in, okay? It's gonna cause some problems with your feet muscles over time. You're always doing that. This is the last one. And great, I'm gonna go ahead and set down the weight out of the way. I'm not gonna trip on it. And then I'm going for that side lunge. Getting ready? Join me. Okay, so try to get low into the lunge if you can. But more importantly is your form, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and try and keep that knee and toe in alignment, both forward. Don't let the knee sneak in, don't let it go wide. Try it as we bend down into that side lunge. Try to have the knee line up over the heel. So I gotta push right butt back. There is a tip in the hip. Keep that up, keep that up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and fantastic. We busted through the second round of legs. We were able to get it all in. Grab yourself a sip of water, and then let's go ahead and grab our dumbbells. Okay, so right now, letting the water get down, work your breathing, stretch if you need to, recover whatever way you need to. Excellent job. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start moving on to upper body, but if you need a longer recovery time, work the breathing, take as long as you need. Got it? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna have you start off, you're bend your knees just a little bit, keep the core tight, shoulders back and down. And again, we don't want to move the hips with the weight. You're going L-shape hip, L-shape hip. L, hip, L, hip. Keep that going. L. So I'm going to try to keep my arms straight. No bend in the wrist. I know sometimes you're a little bend in the elbow because it's hard to keep that straight. Continue to breathe, and again, core stays tight. Excellent job. I got that L shape, one arm is in front, one arm is to the side. I come back to the hip every time. Great, I'm gonna do 4 more. Let's go for it. 4, 3, 2, and finish. And good stuff. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna add in a tip in the hip and I'm gonna keep my spine straight, okay? So now I'm gonna do 2 rows, and then I'm gonna hold the elbow up high, and I'm gonna do 2 tricep extensions. So up, 1 more up, hold, 1, 2, push the pinkies back, back down, row it up, 1, 2, hold, push back, 1, 2, okay? So if you don't feel comfortable with your back in this position, feel free to come up a little bit more, but keep the spine straight, or you could go ahead and put 1 leg out. Does that make sense? Got it? Okay. 1, 2, row, row, 1, 2, row, row, 1, 2, row, row, 1, 2, row. Keep that up, keep that up. 2 more rounds. Good extension back, feel that tricep. Good. Awesome, coming up. You're just gonna shake it out a little bit, move the neck around, move the shoulders around, move your back around. Excellent, make sure you're breathing. Okay, let's do the diaphragm press just because I'm strengthening your diaphragm, might as well. And it's also gonna help the breathing. Breathe through the nose, out through the mouth. 1 more big, and back to a normal breathing pattern. We're going hands up. This one gets harder. That's why I want your breathing to be in check. Do not move on to hands overhead if you're not ready yet. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead, and my hands aren't really going over my head super much, but I'm gonna squeeze the elbows back behind me, and see how the palm is facing you? My knees are gonna bend, and I'm gonna push out, and the palm goes wide. Squeeze, and good. So we kind of pretend we put a walnut shell between our shoulder blades. We wanna pinch that walnut, and then extend out, punch. Good. 5 more. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And for sake of time, I'm not gonna do one more round while standing because I wanna get to the chest. So go ahead, keep your dumbbells with you, but pull out your mat. Because I am going to a stretch like right after, what I'm gonna have you do is have your stretching strap, if you use it, nearby as well, okay? So you have your mat, you have your dumbbells, we get ready. Okay, so here I am on the ground. My feet are hip width apart. If you want to work more than just your chest at the same time, you could lift up, engage that glutes and low back, and keep that going. So again, my arms are wide, I hug it in, I flex and squeeze the chest. The chest needs to be the main focus, okay? Got that? Good. Continue to breathe. And we're gonna go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Okay, cool. So now what I'm gonna have you do is, if you do not like push-ups or you have any problems in the shoulder or wrist or anything, you're gonna go into a chest press now. But if you can handle a push-up, we're gonna flip over and we're going to push up now, okay? So you can do push-ups from the knees, you can do push-ups from the toes. You can do knee, body as a box. You can walk the knees back and have it be a little bit more like plank. I'm gonna stay on my knees, but again, feel free to go to toes to make it harder. Now with the push-up, my hand is down from the shoulder, not above or below, but a little bit wide is okay. So I'm gonna go a little bit wide, and my elbows are gonna aim wide and back. Now we're gonna go up, down on an 8 count. Sorry, not quite an 8 count. We're gonna go up, down, normal count for 4. Let's do normal count for 4. Start there. 4, 3, abs tight, 2, 1 more, and 1. Now I'm gonna go slow motion. If it's too much, just stay with what we were doing. So ready, slow motion, 4, 3, 2, 1, up, 4, 3, 2, 1, down, 4, 3, 2, 1, up, 4, 3, 2, 1. A little slower, 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Normal count. Let's go. Up, down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slow motion. Get ready. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Up, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep going. Slow motion. Bring it down. Now pick it back up, slow motion, keep your abs tight. I had to move to body as a box, but feel free to stay if you're on your knees in a plank or on your toes as a plank. Excellent job, keep it going, keep it going. Continue to breathe. And we have one more, finish strong. Coming down, coming down, coming down, and then pick it up. Woo, I'm just gonna stretch out my arms really quick. And great. Okay, go ahead and flip it over. And looking at time, I'm not going to introduce anything new. Let's just go through the same series we had before. You could do a normal crunch. You could do a sit-up. You could do a crunch with a knee drawing in. So you ball the body up nice and tight, knees into elbows and back down, or extension out. So I'm going to show them like 2 times, and then I'll go into my modified version. Okay, you got that? Cool, because you're not getting any more out of me. Let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, good, good. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna either do 2 legs up. This is the harder version, and then I'm gonna show modified in a second. And I'm gonna touch my hands behind and crunch up as high as I can, and then bring my hands back. Okay, touch, back, and touch. Now, I'm gonna go modified. I'm gonna go 1 leg down. I'm gonna keep 1 arm, and I'm gonna keep my hands at my head. Up to you, let's go. I'm gonna do 5 with this leg, 5 with the other. If you're doing the one where you're touching, both legs are up, you just keep going. Get ready? Okay, switch legs, switch legs. And great. Okay, so now you can kick the legs out, little kicks, or you could go 1 leg up at a time. It's up to you. Go for it. Okay, you got it. Again, you could have the legs out doing flutter kicks. Keep going. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna switch the sides that I'm facing you because I'm going back to my side plank. Remember, I only got 1 side in last time. So I'm on, you switched it up, you good? Okay, so I gotta get that body straight. You can do 2 legs out. You could go on the knee and on the leg like I'm showing. I'm gonna go onto my fist form and my elbow, not just my elbow. I'm gonna have my hand in front to help me, but you can have your hand on your hip or straight up. Getting ready, here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and up and hold. Now from here, you might want to make it more challenging. Have your finger at your ear, coming down and back up. I'm going to show it 1 more time. Coming down and back up, or maybe you're just going to do a hold. Hold it. 8, 7, breathe. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We are done, and we are moving to a stretch. Ladies, just lay down on your back, hands overhead, and extend those arms out, legs out, long body, long spine, and get into your stretch. Moving into the stretch, I'm working the breathing, just as important. We need to deliver oxygen to the muscles now as we stretch them. Nice deep breathing. Okay, so take a deep breath in, release, hug those knees in tight. Now for you, you're probably gonna be able to draw them in tighter towards your chest. Do so. Pull it in tight, almost like you're rounding in through the spine. Now release it back a little bit more, and I'm gonna draw circles now. Join me with the circles. Loosening up that low back. Good job. Switch direction of the circle. Cool. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna keep my legs bent tabletop, my arms go wide. The legs are gonna drop side to side. You're gonna try and keep your hands on the ground the best you can, okay? I don't have that range right now, but you can try. So I'm dropping those legs side to side. One more time. And great. I'm gonna start stretching out the back of my leg. I'm gonna use a stretching strap, but you can use your hands. Go ahead and grab your right leg. Bottom leg can be bent or straight. I straighten mine. I'm stretching out the back of the leg. Nice deep breathing. Excellent job. So my leg is straight. Now I'm gonna point my toe down. So my toe is pointed down towards my face. Continue to breathe. Excellent job. My toe is up now. Now do circles, okay? So your toe is drawing giant circles, and this is about the range of motion in your ankle. So go for full range of motion for that ankle. Switch direction of the circle. Good. So now my opposite arm grabs the leg, pulls it diagonal across the body. Straighten that leg, point the toe back to the face, and breathe. Awesome. Release. Switch it up. Good. So I have that leg straight. Continue deep breathing. Point the toe down. Toe up. Circle for the ankle joint. Switch direction of the circle. Right. Opposite arm grabs the leg, same side arm down to the ground. Pull that leg diagonal across the body. Straighten it, point the toe down, and breathe. Fantastic. I'm going to go ahead and release that. From here, I'm going to have you put your ankle on top of your thigh. You could hug it into your body, or you could sit up too. For me, I'm better at sitting up too at this point. So I'm going to get my stretch right here, and I feel that opening up my hip. I feel a stretch through the glute. Work deep breathing. Excellent job. Slow release and switch legs. And again, you could hug it too. I'm just showing sitting up. Great. Go ahead and pick your body up. You're going to sit down, and then you're going to tip of that hip and fall forward, reaching for your calves, your ankles, whatever you can reach for. Push those heels out. I can't tip super much anymore, so I have to separate my legs. Great. Now I'm going to do soles of the feet together. From here, you can tip at the hip and fold the body. And I kind of push down you could stay upright, you're totally fine with that too. But if you could keep that back straight, you could tip at the hip, Kind of push down with the elbows, make it a deeper stretch. You can even extend the legs out. That's an option. Walk the arms out. And great. Slowly, we're gonna go onto the stomach. So I also have to talk you through this one. Lay down on your stomach, push through, extending through the abdomen and the spine. You're gonna move into cobra, either from the forearms or the palms. I'm gonna show it, but it's not true and correct. So go by more what I say. So I'm more so just doing it from my knees, but you would lay down on your stomach and then pick up through the palms, okay? Get that extension through the abdomen, through the spine. Continue to breathe. Deep breath in, release, push it back to child's pose. Relax in child's pose, give me 3 deep breaths. Great. Slowly on all 4 core, take a step forward, drive that back hip flexor forward. With that back hip flexor forward, I'm getting that stretch hip flexor and quadricep. You can make it harder, but if this is good enough, stay there. So I'm gonna make it a little bit harder, but again, you don't feel pressure to join. And I'm gonna release that, switch the legs up. All 4 core, step a leg forward, drive that back hip flexor forward. Feel free to pick the leg up. And good. From here, you're gonna slowly make your way to standing, slowly, gently. Make sure you're breathing and you have nothing to trip on. So as I stand up, I'm gonna roll my shoulders back and down. Make sure I'm breathing, get that spine neutral. One arm up, one hand reaches towards the ankle and I breathe. Slow release, switch it. Slow release, good breathing, shoulders back and down, one arm crosses. Release, switch. Great, elbow up, gently stretch out that tricep. So I put that elbow up, I gently pull it back just a little bit, only to what feels maybe stays comfortable but challenging, but not uncomfortable, got it? And release, switch it. Fantastic. Okay, I'm gonna set it down. My shoulders are big circles now, back and down we go. I'm gonna stretch chest. You need to make sure you're breathing, a lot is going on. I'm gonna go spinal extension, arms open, thumbs go back, stretch that chest, stretch your back, and you have to breathe. Okay, now I'm gonna round it forward. Only drop to what is comfortable. I'm gonna round forward and go spinal flexion. Continue to breathe. Now we're gonna right the posture. Correct that posture, stack the vertebrae one on top of the other, nice and slow, all the way to the top. Bring it slow, breathe. When you get to the top, the shoulders roll back and down. One more time, back and down. Keep them down. Chin goes down, chin goes up, shoulder to shoulder on the chest. So do this half circle one more time. Stretch that neck, take it slow, take it slow. Keep a little slack jaw, I'm just not tighten my jaw. Neutral, and then look over the side. Neutral, and look over the other side. Neutral, and then up. And you did it. Awesome job. Great workout today. Thanks for sticking with me. We'll be back on Friday, cardio kickboxing. Have a wonderful rest.